not a cardinal virtue. It's just time that we go west. I think I won't regret you when we get to Laser Quest. If this were any place I was truly interested in going to, then maybe my heart might be set on it, but maybe not with you. I think we'll all have fun when we get to Laser Quest. See how I wheeled over my piece of gum? Yeah, pretty clean record, kid. I don't know what you hid from me back there, but a lot of people depended on not getting stomped on, not getting to where they belong. And that is just half past the point. Hey, I don't want to draw your attention to a problem, but do you think we're late for the show? Some typical times, more easily said than done. A reason to outgrow when time keeps going on. I'm just asking, are we gonna sit here all night doing this? Or are we gonna go to the show? Well, enough to stay clear of much disaster. I guess we'll just leave them at that. Man, that didn't even rhyme. You feel like going and getting some french fries at the burger joint? Nah, 'cause baby, you got the funk. So sign with us. You know much disaster could have been avoided if so many hadn't had to have died. No reasons to outgrow it. Your means to re-imply. There's no trouble beyond the point that you need to outgrow. And if your smile doesn't show it, then baby, we still know. Shouldn't be too packed. Set on a dead interest, in fact, to go through life. How about that? Off the wall! 'Cause baby, you got the funk. Sitting in this truck is really getting to me. I can't find the answers that I need. Well, could you get home alone? No, I don't really think so. Would you throw me a bone so that maybe you can help me? Yeah. What's in it for me, though? I think I had a clue before I lost my logic and went home anyway without you. Hey man, that's no way to treat a true friend of the ages. That's no way to besiege like you're some royal maid in the cages. Hey guys, cut it out. I'm trying to drive up here. If I keep on the lookout all by myself, how are we supposed to figure out what's coming up from behind, you see? Or the side, or maybe the skyline. It is fertile blue of the deepest midnight darkness, but that's my favorite hue. I hear what you mean, but I don't understand him still. Hey, I don't mind this. I just hate being underemployed when I'm not allowed to drive this. Oh yeah! Okay guys, I was thinking we'd take things up to the new school, not back to the old school this time. How are we gonna do something like that? Yeah, I don't understand what the new school's really getting at. Well, the old school had it first, but the new school turned out not to be so much worse. What do you mean by not? Yeah, what does he mean by not? Are you gonna tell us or what? Well, the old school was really happening, but the new school just began, and the old school started fading away before the new school could have been anything but better than what we were missing out on. But the old school, when it was looked back upon, just began to inform the new school case, the new school case, the new school case, to keep things going on. I don't really think he took things back up to the new school. I think he backed up to the old school and just let it play out. Yeah, what was all that silence for back there? I usually don't know what to say and have to think of other ways to get my way. He's really making sense today. That's why the new school has captured the last hint of invention for the reason of insistence that there's nothing we could be missing today. And that's my secret, but I'm not giving it away. Oh, I see. You were taking us back to the old school anyway to teach us about the meaning of appreciating history. That's just what I was getting at all along. You two should go back to kindergarten and try to write the words of a song from 1991 and on. So I don't get this.
Come in, Megatron. Requesting Megatron at the Decepticon base. Megatron has not responded to Laserbeak's transmission.
Hey, turn that off, guys.
Soundwave over and out.
From the wrong time. Hey. Excuse me, I wasn't interpreting. Hey. We should have left him back there all alone. Then he could be in his private zone without wanting us to turn off our show and then leaving the other people waiting to know why we turned it off. If you really think that sounded like me, you're nothing but a fake and empty silencer. If you really think that sounded like me. Hey guys, cut it out. I think I hear his mom come in from upstairs where she was ironing his clothes the wrong time. Like he was a little boy. Hey, he needed to be told what he was wearing for the next day. Is it just me, or is this not working as well as it used to? I mean, we're getting along fine and all that, but there's something that this rat lacks. Time. And when I went to school, I found him on the first day to be my new best friend. But now that we've grown up together and seen a thing or two, I find myself always having to correct him for things he used to do. Now that's really a shame about the 5th hip-hop invention, but if we could survive 2nd grade, we could survive the musical transition. That's all I wanted to say, 'cause things are getting weird around here, with that gin and juice getting sipped all day, every day, every day. I guess we'll just get out of the way. Like he said. Yeah, like he said. Now that we got past the 5th hip-hop invention, labeling it a division 92 through 95, we made a big decision. We're gonna honor 1996 for keeping it alive with another one of them block rockin' beats to show that the sound of retro was a pleasant surprise. Nobody used to tell me that techno had such appeal, but it turned out to be fatal when trouble struck the real deal. Not to listen to something from the neighborhood of good sound, good clean fun, and an attitude that one should never have to conceal. What do you think it was? Do you think that I had so much appeal when I went another one of them block rockin' beats on my own time to prove that my voice was what I was looking for to keep this sound alive? Hey, I don't know what you're talking about, but I would say another one of them block rockin' beats in my own way. Oh, don't listen to him. He just wags his tongue like someone who would others need to shun. Yo guys, I think it was me who found that song for you, and the way I heard it go was so true, not tried, when I said it plainly in even cool tones. The block rockin' beats is what was keeping the beat alive in 1996 after 92 through 95. like it was a year handcrafted by someone who made it. Perpetuate a knowledgeable means to enjoy something other than the silence of revile and doubt. Some mainstream lack of hip-hop without a doubt. The end. Or is it? There's nothing once created that hasn't been destroyed before to only come back and be recreated again for reasons to enjoy it. But if you were there the first time, it's a hill hard to climb it. Would not be a battle for some would enjoy it. So where do we stand today? But for on top of the hill we meant to conquer in every sort of beat and way. Not to destroy the sound that we're keeping alive today. In many kinds of ways. So we may never find that end, but things are going to certainly be re-understood when people have always began to reconstruct the evidence of what had the life and soul. So don't disembody yourself or destroy your means to outgrow what you know without destroying what you like. Now that we got past the fifth, do you not really like that or something? That block rockin' beats? The fifth. Do you not really like it or something? I do, the fifth. Don't ask me. What? The fifth. Come on, guys, we're good for everything we're worth, and it's too early in the afternoon not to kick another one or two out before tonight. Hey, I can still tap dance as good as I could in high school. Hey, keep on topic. It goes like this. We're good for everything that we're worth. You think it's worth going to the Chinese restaurant tonight? Hey, I've got an idea. Hey, are you gonna keep tap dancing or are we gonna go to the movies tonight? Yeah, I think that'd be worth it. I don't want to see a movie. It reminds me of, like, the wrong time. I think I want to keep tap dancing. If I stay focused on what I'm doing, tap dancing, I can keep going all afternoon. Hey, does somebody want to put him back in the closet? Because I think he's from the wrong universe, as far as I'm concerned. Guys, why don't you quit fighting and let him tap dance to his heart's content? And then we won't have to suffer the lack of being lenient. Before we go to the movies, yeah, I'd love to keep tap dancing until we go to the movies. Because things tend to get really strange when I can't focus on the 7th hip-hop invention. Control. Hey, anyone know the way to the recording studio? I think I'm gonna get my album published tomorrow. Hey, there must be some direction guide in the city that has control every recording studio in the city listed. There's no such thing as that. No handbook meant to guide the rap. Control. It's what I'm looking for. Control. Not someone else who laid it down before with his friends or some other guys. Control. Shooting for the same scheme. Reminds me of the template that caused me to lose my dream. Oh yeah, control. When did that happen, Captain Sharp? Your dream is one constant ray of star shimmer in the sky that always keeps other people's dreams alive. Hey, you think control might go to the theater and try to see if control get on stage with our production? Control. What? The theater is not for your low life and such as what? Control. I'm just saying, maybe we could put on a musical production at the theater. Your dreams are not so borrowed. Control. But for such dreams, there's no sense of tomorrow. Control. Who would have ever thought that they could get on stage before going to the recording studio to record their rap? Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking, guys. We need some kind of game plan if we're going to get on with this career. Control. And that makes it tough when you're still trying to come up with an idea for the 8th hip-hop invention. Control. Control. Do you think we really should have taken our own part so serious? Captain Shaw, what are you doing? Well, I'm drafting out a page of what I consider appropriate for the 8th hip-hop invention. Don't you think that's a little cheap? No, I think it renders the effect something upon further inspection, the type of thing I consider to respect again and again. Hey, remember that postcard I got from the Eiffel Tower? What are you talking about? Yeah, that was a notice of, what was that again? That was a notice that he had won a sweepstakes or a raffle. But I consider him impoverished sort of rabble who can't make it to things on time. Yeah, that's what it was. So sorry, fans, who cut a long story short. I believe that this is only the start, but I can't make it here every single weekend. These are the things that illustrate how it all began, and I don't want to get to the end too quick, too late, too rather over embellished, to reinstate an interest to listen to them again and again. That's why I'm taking the time to write the 8th hip-hop invention for your listening pleasure, my inglorious friends. Thank you all again and again. Thank you all. Yeah, thank you all for putting up with me. Hey, I kind of think they like you. Yeah, they like him just fine. So let me take some time out on this so I can make use of such a wondrous mind to state the reason right now that I'm only just a little bit behind. We'll see y'all later, guys. Control. Hey, anyone know the way to the recording studio? I think I'm gonna get my album published tomorrow. Hey, there must be some direction guide in the city that has control every recording studio in the city listed. There's no such thing as that. No handbook meant to guide the route. Control. It's what I'm looking for. Control. Not someone else who laid it down before with his friends or some other guys. Control. Shooting for the same scheme. Reminds me of the template that caused me to lose my dream. Oh yeah, control. When did that happen, Captain Sharp? Your dream is one constant ray of star shimmer in the sky that always keeps other people's dreams alive. Hey, you think control might go to the theater and try to see if control get on stage with our production? Control. What? The theater is not for your low life and such as what? Control. I'm just saying, maybe we could put on a musical production at the theater. Your dreams are not so borrowed. Control. But for such dreams, there's no sense of tomorrow. Control. Who would have ever thought that they could get on stage before going to the recording studio to record their rap? Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking, guys. We need some kind of game plan if we're gonna get on with this career. control, and that makes it tough when you're still trying to come up with an idea for the 8th hip-hop invention. Control. Control. Do you think we really should have taken it one part so serious? On the beach you'll find the mare, in the sun and salty air. The girls on the beach are all within reach. If you know what to do, how we love to lie around, girls with hands of golden brown. The girls on the beach are all within reach, and one waits there for you. Girls on the beach, the sun in her hair, the warmth of the air on a summer day as the sun drips out of sight. Couples on the beach at night. The girls on the beach are all within reach, and with the boys tonight. Girls on the beach. 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 What does this do for the 9th hip-hop invention, except for lay it down for the means of re-excision? What do you mean? Well, a cat has 9 eyes. There's no denying that. And each of them must be a reinvention of the variable fact. Hey, I had a cat once. He disappeared. Maybe that's just to show you that he is still in the realm of being here, unless he's got to know you, the reason he did disappear. Well, I'll know him that he just couldn't really seem to care enough about the reason the cat wasn't still there. Well, I bet he did, and he just can't remember how he felt. Yeah, I was pretty sad actually. I cried at his funeral. You're saying you had a funeral for a cat that you don't know where it went? That's just because they couldn't figure out where he was at and assumed he had disappeared and wasn't coming back. So I hate to tell you, the 9th hip-hop invention was just a continuation to prove that we're still staying for your listening elation. Do you think we really should have given them something more substantial than that? Hey, yeah, that's just what they're waiting for. Yeah, I think they didn't really identify with me and my cat very much. Anyway, so why should we? Exactly. That's why we're gonna make it up to them on the 10th hip-hop invention and show them something really crazy that for which they were always wishing wouldn't happen if they meant not to like us enough. So we'll be getting out of here, boys and girls, while the getting's not too tough. I hope you enjoyed the 9th hip-hop invention, but I'm sure there's a lot that these guys seem to be missing. Yeah, I miss it when you mentioned, he misses it when I mentioned that we'd be reinventing the hip-hop invention by means of redecision. I think he's missing the point, but we'll get to it next time, guys. So put away the means to re-anoint yourselves. 'Cause baby, you got the funk. Alright, it's time to get out of bed. Yeah, we've got something to do in the city instead of sleep all day. I just wanted to finish my dream about the baby we were planning on meeting later. Well, that's not what we're gonna do quite yet. But we got another reason that you won't regret. 'Cause baby, you still got the funk. We're gonna go explore Houston, Texas as the capital of in between the piece of the East and the West. I was thinking we'd go to NASA because it wouldn't be a fiasco to envelop our minds on looking upwards now that we're level with either side. Yeah, he's always planning a disaster for him. Hey, that's not too nice to me. I just thought we'd reached the point where we get to see her soon. Oh, will you keep that secret to yourself? Yeah, I don't think anyone's complaining, but keep it a secret or else. Or else we'll smother you with that pillow. You're lingering too far below the sky's limit. Yeah, let's go to NASA and see how the Big Dipper is connected to the rest of the stars of the sky and what's in it for us guys. Hey, that place is called Space Center Houston at this point in time. That's why I think we should get there before it changes its mind again. Us go in there dressed like a clown or two on the city skyline must. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, okay, let me get on those clown clothes and I'll be ready, guys. Oh. Now that we've explored the nether reaches of space, we're coming back to say that if we left something out, we'll say it just in case someone still wanted to hear something going on. But if they don't mind us taking so long, we can keep going on. Yeah, I didn't really like it in the stow compartment of that rocket. Maybe if I hadn't found a way to unlock it, we wouldn't have made it back to Earth. Yeah, I have to tell you, he was pretty good at the control boards when we made it up there and steered us back home. Yeah, based on my coordination, hand and eye coordination just won't do sometimes, he proved. The lesson of getting back to Earth is how we virtually remain unmoved, sitting at the control boards, taking the time to prove that even we could figure this out if we had the right attitude. Yeah, that's all it took. I was like, I've got to get back home. My mom's gonna be worried about me if I don't make it back home in time. Yeah, she would have thrown him out of the house if he came prowling around after 2:30 in the morning, even if he was as quiet as a mouse. Yeah, guys, that's besides the point. We've got to keep them from discovering the reason not to reappoint their interests for the hip-hop invention in the 11th state of intersection with the Earth. Yeah, I don't think I felt like rapping much while I was in zero gravity. Yeah, we had to kind of hold him down to that chair while we held on to it, because he was the only one who knew what to do this time. And that's usually my profession on the instance. But we can't always leave it to him because of the expense in rectifying our images separately. Yeah, but if I know so much about rocket science, why can't I remember? Oh, never mind. We'll see you next time, guys. Yeah, we'll see you next time, guys. Getting back to Earth is kind of a shocking surprise that we'll all have to recover from. Yeah, and I think I'm gonna try to be a little bit nicer to him next time. But we'll see how it goes. See you all later, boys, girls, and ones who count upon our show. Yeah, see you later. Yeah, see you later, guys. Goodbye. Twelfth. Buffy, get up. What's the matter with you? Oh, it's just that my back hurts from getting kicked out of that jazz club. I don't think those cats liked me that much. Hey, if you can't play jazz, but you can rap, how come they didn't like you? Well, I don't know. I think I just rubbed them the wrong way with wanting to bring them to my show. Yeah, guys, if you go into a jazz club, and offend other people with your flow, you're supposed to be more in the know that people in the know have their own flow. Let me show you something, guys. It goes a little bit like this. All I can say is that's pretty sharp, but to get these people on your side, you just need a golden harp meant to play jazz on in a selective jazz heaven. Hey guys, I don't think that's that nice. I mean, they weren't very nice kicking me out or anything, but at least they got to hear me sing about what I wanted to do before I got kicked out of the club and had to answer to the street, not singling out the reasons for my defeat, but getting back up to go and again. Hey, wait. There's no way you're going back in there. Yeah, why don't we form a jazz rap unit of the hip-hop variety and tell other people what the convergence of this reality seems to mean to control yourself. Okay. Well, I think I have an idea of what I want to sing about in the jazz rap unit of the hip-hop variety. Other people condemn my regards to be a master of singularity or a purist of the non-jazz variety, but I can hold it back if I find out what that jazz doesn't lack. Exactly. So, you better keep working on your flow if you want to go with something like this. 12, that I know will get you up and moving in a hip-hop singularity, in the mind set on an interest the purist knows. Yeah, so one purist to another. Try to encourage diversity at all points in time, for the rhythm is the key to the rhyme, and we know jazz and hip-hop rhythms are sort of one in the same vein. To the mind of a critic who can't really defend his lack of what he puts in it, just to sit back and understand, you have to know how to fit in with the right camp, so as not to result in a situation so difficult that you're trying too hard to fit in. Hey, I think my favorite jazz artist might be John Coltrane. I really like the song My Favorite Things. For joy on Christmas morning, Thanksgiving, and Halloween it seems to bring. For those are my favorite holidays. Hey, I kind of like Valentine's Day. Do you think my favorite things would work well there? It sure would. But the lesson here is not where to put your favorite interest. It's where to add them up at. 12. All the same, I think we missed the moral of this game. But in case you're looking for the right kind of rhythm to state your favorite 12, I think you better get working on a way to get your own gig going for the 12th hip-hop invention. Yeah, maybe this is just an interlude and we'll do all that jazz next time. Yeah, I think I'm about ready, guys. 12. Let me get on my tap shoes. Oh. Well, Buffy, you sure got nothing to lose on credit. 12. No matter what those cats might say, you better get with it and hit the skip it and won't find your reasons to delay. But that's it for the 12th Pop Invention. See you next time, guys. And we'll keep working on our improvisation. Till the end. Till the end. Yeah, nearly the end.